No, yes, that's what's going to happen. And I looked at that one quote and said, I think that that was a little bit of a misstep by him. Every single word that you say, you can extrapolate a sentence and put it into an ad. And right now, the Republicans are spending all their money against each other to advertise that one line that no doubt will be part of the presidential election ad too.
Well, I
like to fire people. That's not a good
going
line.
forward in South Carolina, I mean, this is certainly they're all ganging up on Romney right now, and no matter who wins this, he's going to be the target continuing going forward.
Yes, he's going to be the target, and now you got a lot of advertising dollars being spent in South Carolina. I mean, Newt's got a lot of new money that he's going to be spending there. So yeah, there's going to be a lot more of that. It's going to be very high profile. And one of the things that you'll see the press talking about is not only the race, but the ads themselves and how, what is the fight like? Is it fair? Is it civil? Or is it critical? I mean, Newt's doing stuff that he said he wouldn't do. But they're all bashing each other with, tens of millions of dollars.
Paul, let me ask you, what are listeners there saying to you on the ground there in terms of the reaction to seeing this this fight that's going on for second and third place in New Hampshire? Are they turned off by the negative rhetoric?
There is a little bit to be turned off with in terms of the negative rhetoric, but it's also an understanding this is a campaign. That's what happens. New Hampshire voters, as gritty and honest as they are, understand that. And I think the fact is, money is going to be spent. You're going to see ads. You're going to see these guys beat up on each other. But that's what a primary is. You find out who the best guy for the job is, and then at the end of the day, you pick the best candidate. And whether that's in Florida or on Super Tuesday or sometime even later in the year, that's what Republican voters, especially in New Hampshire, have come to expect, but across the country, I would say.
Are you guys expecting a heavier than normal turnout today?
Definitely heavier than in past cycles with one party. So last time around there was Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama beating up on each other. So that doesn't exist this time around, although there are 16 Democrats on the ballot here in New Hampshire. None really have a chance. So we're expecting about 325,000 people, including 75,000 Democrats or so, to come out and vote.
Let me ask you this, Eric. We were talking about the independent vote and that it could be pivotal in this particular race. The fact that each state has its own rules, and in this particular situation, New Hampshire allows independents to vote in these primaries. Are you thinking that this is going to weigh heavily on the race?
If as an outsider, not a pollster, I'd still say Romney will win. That said, it's very, very difficult to know because just like in this election, what's happening is we're going down to the wire all the time because of the independent voter. So a lot of these races are anybody's guess. My guess is still Romney. But, there's a lot of emphasis in New Hampshire because the pollsters called this one completely wrong once before, which led into a lot of questions about polling in general. So it'll be,
When you say once before, which race?
Well, Obama
and Hillary?
And Hillary.
Yeah.
I mean, Obama, was a definite winner according to all the polls. Hillary won. There was a lot of scrutiny about how were the polls taken, how legitimate are the polls. I'm always wondering how these polls are. I think they're constantly inaccurate. But that became the story after this particular state. So there's a lot of eyes on that right now, and there will be after the fact.
Well, Paul, people